Hello Wrexham fans. How are you? I hope you're doing well, and look, 2 new players are arriving to shake things up, and there's also a complicated exit and more. Stay until the end and I'll tell you everything and more. But first, subscribe to the channel and leave a like to receive all the latest news from the Red Dragons. Before I tell you the big news, here's the latest and greatest news from Wrexham AFC. Hey, have you seen Wrexham's new third kit for the 2025-26 season? Many people thought it was a tribute to Argentina, and yes, it has everything to do with Messi, Maradona, and even the Pumas rugby team. But the real story behind this jersey goes far beyond that. Stay with me until the end and I'll tell you everything, and you can bet, it's exciting. For those who are new to this world, Wrexham is not just another football club. Since being purchased by Hollywood stars Ryan Reynolds and McElhenney in 2021, the Welsh team has become a global phenomenon. They rose from England's 5th division and are now one step away from the Premier League. This was all documented in the Disney Plus series, Welcome to Wrexham. And this new season, they returned to the English 2nd division after 43 years. The kits were designed by Italian Macron, and each one has a special meaning. The home kit is a retro red that pays homage to the 1981-82 jersey, the last time they played in the Championship. The away kit, a tribute to Wales' national flower, the daffodil, bursting with sunshine yellow. But it's the away kit that's stirring everyone's emotions. The blue and white stripes are reminiscent of Argentina, yes, but the reason goes beyond football. This jersey pays homage to the 160th anniversary of the arrival of the first Welsh settlers in Patagonia, in southern Argentina. In 1865, 153 Welshmen left their homeland, fleeing English oppression. They founded Y Ladfa in the Chubut Valley, where more than 70,000 descendants live today. Many still speak Welsh fluently, a community that has kept Welsh culture alive on the other side of the world. And it was this connection that inspired the jersey design. Wrexham CEO Michael Williamson said the idea was born from these deep roots. The kit features dragons within the blue stripes, a red dragon on the back, and the phrase, "Don't forget where you came from," which even appears in the theme song for the TV series, Welcome to Wrexham. The design process was intense. Meetings with Rob and Ryan in the early hours of the morning, brainstorming, tweaking colors and symbols, and finally, they arrived at a design that even moved the club's owners. They loved it, and no wonder. The launch campaign was hair-raising. 2 choirs, one in Wales and the other in Argentina, singing YMAO Hide to each other, separated by an ocean, but united by history. And in the end, they all wear the same uniform. It's hair-raising. And you know what's even more beautiful? Patagonian Wrexham fans, descendants of those settlers, were flown by United Airlines to the club stadium in Wrexham to set foot on that sacred turf for the first time on St. David's Day. They were people who had never set foot in Wales, but who always carried that connection in their hearts. This jersey is more than a uniform. It's a symbol of struggle, heritage, unity, and resistance. A bridge between past and present, between 2 peoples who share the same spirit. And look at this. Wrexham may be about to say goodbye to another important name, Ollie Palmer. As if Mullen's departure wasn't enough, now another striker may be packing his bags, and the situation is similar. You remember the Mullen situation, right? Wrexham agreed to pay 50% of his salary to facilitate his loan to Wigan. Well, now the club would be willing to do the same with Palmer, just to ensure he secures a transfer this summer. According to information gathered by reporter Graham Bailey, Palmer has been offered to several teams, one of them being MK Dons, who play in League 2 and are now managed by Paul Warne. But this story also has a very emotional side. In the last season of the documentary Welcome to Wrexham, Palmer himself revealed that manager Phil Parkinson suggested he go on loan last summer. And do you know what he responded? He said, "He thinks it's better for me to go on loan. But I want to be part of the promotion. I've given my all for this club, for the community. I love it here." He continued, "Why would I want to leave now? I've built a bond with the boys, the staff, the fans, and everything about Wrexham. I don't know what to do. You don't want to be somewhere you're not welcome, but my heart is here, at this club. I want to continue helping the team." Palmer clearly has a huge affection for Wrexham, but it seems the realities of football are forcing a difficult decision. Now hold on to this. The club is interested in another striker, and not just any name, huh? We're talking about Richard Cohn, a Wycombe Wanderers standout. According to journalist Jacob Steinberg of The Guardian, Wrexham is indeed eyeing Cohn for a possible signing this summer. But the road won't be easy. Other clubs are also in the mix. Just look at the sheer competition. Preston North End and Swansea City, two of Wrexham's direct rivals in the Championship, also want the player. And it doesn't stop there. French club Toulouse and even Belgian club Union Saint-Gilloise are monitoring the situation very closely. And do you know how much he could cost? Around £5 million. This means that, if the negotiations go ahead, Cohn could end up being Wrexham's biggest signing so far, even more expensive than Moore himself, if we consider transfer fees. But who is this Cohn, anyway? Well, he's had a meteoric rise. He was playing in amateur leagues in England in 2023, when he was discovered by Wycombe in January 2024. Since then, he hasn't stopped, 21 goals in 52 games last season alone. At just 22 years old, with a contract until 2026 and an impressive value, Wycombe is now trying to cash in before he leaves for free in the future. And Preston North End even tried to get ahead of him, offering £3 million for him. But the offer was rejected. The Chairboys, as Wycombe is known, want more, and rightly so. The curious detail is that, despite having signed striker Michael Smith, North End is still looking to strengthen its attack. But will they be able to afford the £5 million? If they don't, Wrexham could try to pounce. Now, the question remains, will Parkinson bet on Moore's experience or Cohn's potential? And finally, let's talk about what could be Wrexham's big debut of the season. Manager Phil Parkinson is expected to field 4 of his new signings, including none other than the club's transfer record holder, Lewis O'Brien. This game is seen as the last opportunity to fine-tune the team before their official championship debut, which takes place next weekend against Southampton, away from home. In other words, the atmosphere is already one of full preparation. But look, the squad isn't finalized yet. Wrexham remains active in the transfer market, and a potential signing being discussed could have a direct impact on 2 of Parkinson's young prospects. Curious? I'll tell you who it is. During the Rob Ryan Red podcast, journalist Rich Fay commented on Wrexham's interest in Connor Cody, an experienced defender with stints at Premier League clubs like Wolves and Leicester City. According to him, the club has already made an approach for the player. And what did Rich say about Cody? I've been a fan of Cody for years. He's a natural leader, super professional, articulate. And look, if I were to bring in someone more experienced, defense would be the right place. Because there he can play alongside names like Brunt and Cleworth, and still guide them on the field. And you, fan, what do you think? Does the defense really need more experience? Is this the right time to bring in someone with that profile? It's worth remembering that Wrexham has already agreed to the arrival of Nathan Broadhead, a striker from Ipswich, who should be their 7th signing of the season. The squad has already gained depth in midfield, and the left flank now boasts the versatility of Liberato Kakes. So, the area that needs to be completely closed is central defense. And there's no one better than Cody for that. With almost 200 Premier League appearances, he has what it takes to take over the center of the back 3 and also guide the younger players with his reading of the game and leadership skills. If this deal goes through, Wrexham can truly dream big. With Cody, Broadhead, O'Brien, and all the reinforcements already announced, the team is poised to truly compete in the Championship. Now tell me, with the squad they're assembling, do you believe Wrexham can fight for promotion? Let us know in the comments, and let's keep following the Red Dragons' incredible journey.